Hello everybody. This is Henry Michael Brown, author of The Impossible Man. I'm doing a test recording, checking my background behind me, checking out the lounge right there on the screen, gameplay, and my settings. This is just a simple record I'm going to post up here. I'm posting up here on YouTube just to see how the video looks like on the screen on the YouTube channel. Here at Coqui-san. I got big plans for this, but right now I'm just doing a test to see how all this will look overall. I haven't done the opening. Well, I've done the opening, but I'm not gonna. Well, I'm gonna put it in there, and it should be inserted by the time you see this video. I'm rambling on. Anyway, I'm gonna do 25 minutes of this because 25 minutes is as long as the lounge is operating for. Once it gets to its loop, I'm going to be testing out the audio to make sure it's nice and clear, and I don't have to like put my whole face on top of the mic, and also make sure that the game capture is not louder than my voice through the microphone. The lightings are fine. I also got to check to make sure that there's not a lot of glare going around, and also get a good look at see how the screen is going. At the moment, my recording is clocking in at 18,000 kilobytes per second. Sounds extreme, but since this is just a recording and it's just going to be a post, that's all it's going to do. Well, that shouldn't have a problem. Now, the reason why I'm pointing this out is primarily because I'm on budget right now, and I'm using a single screen setup as opposed to multi-screen setup. My video card is QuickSync H.264. I'm using Elgato Game Capture HD 60S. The webcam is Logitech C920S. Blue Snowball. The boom mic arm is Toner brand, TONOR, the T20 series. I'm using Halo Light. What's the name of the company that made that? Let me just get that here. Halo Light by On Air. This was only $25. And I'm just using two basic desk lamps on both sides. Okay. Now, of course, YouTubers advise to have a little background, not a blank wall. So I decided to throw in my Amiibo boxes, pair up my little Amiibo there. Rob carrying the Puerto Rican flag, Boricua. And you'll see my games right there on the back. So as you can tell, I got NES, Super NES. Those are 3DSs up there. If you see that little red wall, that's all my Switch games. You can see my N64 games in the cases, Wii U. If you could get a much more closer look, like if you squint, you'll probably see the Atari 2600, TurboGrafx 16. You won't see the rest of the other consoles that I got, but I'm hoping one day that I can get the PS3 splitter, a PS3 splitter, and adapters for composite and component cables, so that way I can run the other games. Yep. Unfortunately, something's wrong with my PS2. It's pretty old now. I got it with the Gran Turismo set, but there's something wrong with the eye. It sometimes plays, sometimes it doesn't. Thankfully, the PS3 model that I got plays PS1 games as well as PS3, not PS2. So at the very least, I can once I get the adapter, I can actually stream out PS1 games on my PS3. So until that time comes, though, I'm going to be sticking exclusively to the Switch, just for the time being, just so I could get this whole show running. I would like to do live streaming, but like I said, I am using the weakest possible capture card imaginable, and Twitch is not very kind to QuickSync from what I've tried last night. The stutter was horrendous. and I've tried every possible combination I could. If you happen to come across this video and you got some idea on how I could get Coqui-san to work on Twitch, I'm all ears. I'm trying out other live streamers. YouTube will probably be last, but at the very least, I could at least do a full recording via the OBS that I'm using right now. Do a full record and just throw it up on my YouTube channel, Coqui-san, which is not a big problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like my whole plan is falling apart or anything. It's just it just means that I won't get to do a live stream. I would prefer to do a live stream. Okay, when once all of this is all set, once I get all of this set, I'll have the description gift shop open where I got my merch going. Like I said, I'm the author of The Impossible Man, so not only do I have my novel, I also have merch going on at Spreadshirt. And these little characters here are from another series that I created called Splatterbomb. And the characters, I got merch for some of those at Spreadshirt. I also have the theme song, which you will be hearing at the beginning and end of this program, called Peanut Butter Jelly. I wrote the lyrics. AC Menez did the music. April Antez did the singing. And it's available on Amazon.com, Spotify. I don't know if iTunes is still going. I mean, I've heard that they were closing down. But I'm gonna put the relevant links up also in the description gift shop. I chose to call it the description gift shop because it's gonna be in the description, all the links. Okay. Another thing I'm hoping I could do with this little setup is maybe do like a behind the scenes thing, because I have a lot of stuff that I have done throughout the years, and I wouldn't mind throwing in a video to provide, some behind the scenes stuff, like what have I been doing with the stuff, how how I got to this point, basically. And it would be very interesting. Maybe I could learn something from all of you who also had any similar experiences, and maybe my behind the scenes stuff could help you guys out if you're looking for some type of information regarding how to get to do your creator's stuff. So I'm hoping that I can help out just as much as you guys can help me out. Just so you know, I am not a master of anything. I'm a master of nothing. So don't look to me as some professor or teacher or anything. I'm only going by my personal experiences. Don't expect to call me sensei or any of that stuff. Thinking that I got this high level information and knowledge and such. I am still learning as far as I'm concerned, and I like to learn. That's why I'm able to do all these things that I'm doing, because I learn. I go and do research and such. I'm always learning. And a student cannot be the master if he's going to continue to learn. Think of Ryu from Street Fighter. I believe it was in the movie Street Fighter Alpha, the movie, when Sakura met Ryu for the first time, and she said, "I want to be your student," and he tells her, "I'm still a student in his martial arts." Pretty much like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the best, closest comparison I can make, is that I'm always training, I'm always learning. So don't expect to find some kind of master in me. I'm no master. I'm always learning. Like right now, I'm learning all of this. Like I learned a lot more about streaming than I could have ever imagined. But this is a pretty exciting thing. It's been fun for what I've been doing. Just to give a quick brief note, I've been doing. Just to give a quick brief note, it'll be. I'll repeat it again in my behind the scenes whenever I do it. But basically, in 1996, after I graduated high school, I attended DigiPen Applied Computer Graphics School when they were in Vancouver, British Columbia. And I was studying video game design. At that time, that was sponsored by Nintendo of America. Circumstances had compelled me to leave the school, unfortunately. So my childhood dream of being a video game designer didn't come to fruition. I was left in a void. Along the way, I found my way into the internet, and that's when I found myself doing some writing on the internet. Again, I'll go into further details in a few behind the scenes, and writing and after doing a little couple of things with my writings, I decided to make that my adulthood dream to become a novelist. From that point on, I started practicing with writing and everything. My colleague from DigiPen helped me out with learning how to do writing and such throughout the way, and I just kept writing novels, short stories. I found myself writing music lyrics. That's why Peanut Butter Jelly exists. So this has been going on since like 1996, but the full fruition, like the full action, started happening around 98, 99. 2000 was when I did my first publication just to see, if it's what I wanted to do. 2004. By 2004, I was playing all kinds of trading card games. I started off with Star Wars CCG from Decipher, then I went to Magic, Pokemon trading card game, Yu-Gi-Oh, Mega Man NT, Warrior, I think that's what it's called, Legend of the Five Rings, BattleTech. So that basically gave me inspiration, especially when I saw that Magic the Gathering had a video game, Pokemon the trading card game had a video game, and it's like, oh, I have a path now. So 2004, I made my first tabletop game, a trading card game, and I never looked back since. I started expanding outside of trading card games with board games and such, and I found my way to meeting people in both the video game industry, indie video game developers and designers, and tabletop game developers and designers, and was able to found the way to create things like Splatterbomb on the path to my childhood dream. The Impossible Man was my first full publication since 2000. But this time, this was like legit real. Like, I got myself an editor and everything, and we fixed it all up. And I got it into Amazon Kindle. They got trade paperback, and I got that on there ever since. So that was a big accomplishment unto itself. It's still available on Amazon. I was able to expand it to Barnes and Noble. Books A Million has it, but don't think I'm gonna have the link. Need the link in there. Just Barnes and Noble and Amazon. And I also made it. And while although it is available in Europe, I did make it available in Japan. There's more further elaboration with my press release, which will be available in the descriptions in all my videos, so you can get to know a little bit more about my ambitions and goals in that regard. So basically, it looks like my lounge is coming along fine. I haven't even started the game because I'm just giving you all a quick review. So let's see what happens here. I'm just doing Super Mario Odyssey because I've already beaten the game. Maybe I might start the game over from scratch for the show. I don't know. But I'm here at the Mushroom Kingdom. In fact, I'm just going to leave the Mushroom Kingdom. So I just got those 3 moons in the tests when I was doing all the tests for the settings and everything. I should be careful not to lean in too much because I'm probably cutting my forehead out. Okay. And we're going we're going to set sail. So I'm just gonna, mess around and everything because I want to make sure this recording can handle it. So a better way than do Metro Kingdom with all that large buildings and large structures and such going on. Okay. For most of my gameplays, I'm more inclined in favor of using the Wii U Pro controller via the Magic NS adapter. I should have actually learned about that little sucker a long time ago because I bought the 8-bit though and Brooks converter for my fight stick and for my Wii U Pro controller, 2 separate things. I should have known about this because it's got the USB port as well as the adapter for the things. So the reason why I chose the Wii U Pro controller is because this feels a lot better. I like the control pad. I've heard negative things about the control pad on the Pro controller, but the real reason why is not so much the control pad, but the twin sticks. You can see that they're symmetrically even with each other, similar to the DualShock, and I like that much better than having the asymmetrical the sticks. With the stick here and the buttons up here. And part of the reason why is that there are some games that feels a lot comfortable when I have the twin sticks next to each other like this. when they're positioned like this, it doesn't feel. I don't feel myself like overextending or something like that. It just feels right. If I had put on virtual racing, I would be able to give you a good idea of just how much it feels good. But another thing is that there is Super Beat Sonic, which uses the control, which also uses the controllers, and the asymmetrical, because you have to use these two controllers for certain beats. It feels very weird when you're pressing in, and then you gotta go asymmetrical. Here it's very symmetrical, and I can be able to react a lot better to those sticks. And there are other games that are somewhat like that, with the twin sticks. So it just feels a lot more comfortable having them in line with each other than diagonal of each other. Okay. So the lounge is, so I picked normal day lounge. Is this normal day? I think I picked normal day lounge. So, these characters that I created, it's for a game design that I'm pitching. I'm in the submission state, called Splatterbomb. The game it's a board game. It's a run and shoot board game, and the game design is running on three simple rules. You run, shoot, and glide. That's pretty much it. All the other nuances were just like economy for game design economy, which ensures that I can add more stuff to it, like shapes or certain other moves, like say pushing characters around or knocking them into holes and such. But along the way in the design, I created these characters. I have a whole bunch of them. You can see them in the peanut butter jelly roster video. You can see all the characters that I came up with. You won't see Coqui-san. He came a little later. He was supposed to be my personal avatar representing me. But basically, there are human characters, and then there are also these little characters here like Handy and Bradley. They're all part of teams. All of them. Humans have their own teams as well. And basically the plan is that to set myself apart from other shows like this that does these Let's Plays is I'm going to voice these characters. It's going to be sort of like a Q&A sports show kind of thing, but with Coqui-san playing the game. The plan's simple enough is that I would have I would voice Handy and Bradley. They'll be frequent guests. I do have other characters that will show up, and I do have voices for them, but not all of them. I mean, when you see the roster video, it's a hell of a lot, heck of a lot. Yes, foul language is something that I gotta keep to a minimum because I do want to make this a target for all audiences. So I do have to watch my language. It will be scripted. There will be some scripting, at least in the early monologues, and then jump right on into the game. And I'll have like notes and questions for the characters themselves. What I was hoping with the stream was that I would have the characters interact with the chat room. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen if I can't get a good stream off. If I can't get a good stream going, unfortunately. So you're not gonna get that kind of interaction, which is very disappointing because it would have kept the show fresh. It would have been so unpredictable and fresh. And having the audience, the chat room, interacting with the characters, it's pretty fun. But hopefully, maybe one day when I do get the appropriate devices to really do a Twitch stream without any problems, I would totally jump in and really let this show shine. So unfortunately, I have to make do with what I got on the budget. So just to give you a quick preview of some of the voices. Just to know how this works. Basically, Coqui-san will have my normal voice. This is if in the event, say, I lose a lot, or if I go Dark Souls on this stream, on this show. You don't want the character broken. I don't want to break character with me getting, screaming and everything. It's like, who's screaming? It's not a human. Saying, well, you'll understand what I mean when I start doing it. But having a human character at least ensures that if a scream happens, it's coming from the human and not from the characters like Handy or Bradley, and it won't break character or anything. So he's gonna have my normal voice just to give the human element, and just to also help with the fact that if you notice their hands, Handy and Bradley, it's like, how are they playing the games? Don't worry, I could always make it up along the way, but at least this way you guys have a human character to focus on with the gameplay, in relation to gameplay. Here we go, we got our first moon. Okay. Okay. So Bradley, he's like the leader of the Sky Pirates. His voice would sound something like this. What you? Let me try to get this. It would be glorious. I am the leader of the Sky Pirates. My name is Bradley. Welcome. Would you like to join the Sky Pirates today? We have plenty of benefits, up to and including spoils of treasure. I mean, something like that. Handy. If you've seen the videos already, you already know what he sounds like. Oh, my name's Handy, and I like hugs. I like Super Mario. He's a fun guy. He looks a little weird. Why does he look like that? All blocky and pixel like me. Yeah, so that's how their voice is gonna sound like for the most part. I just gotta get the jitters going. Get rid of those jitters because it's very, very weird. I mean, I never done it with my face on. If you've noticed, all my videos, I don't put my face on. But unfortunately, I got to put my face on it now because being a novelist means that if I got to do interviews, or if those interviews happen to involve video cameras, you're all going to see my face. So may as well just see my face. Now, the reason why I have this camera here is because there have been a lot of, well, not just like behind the scenes, but shows like Riff Tracks. If you've seen Riff Tracks live, they'll show you the movie, but sometimes they'll cut and they'll split the screen off into 4 squares. So you have the movie on the left, and on the right you'll see the actors doing their voiceovers right in front of the script, and that's what's inspiring me to do this with my characters. I'll have a script in hand. You'll see me reading the script through with the voices and everything. Just like that. So I'm expecting the first few episodes to be a little tough, rough around the edges, because like I said, I've never done this before, and it's a little nerve-wracking when you think about it, because you're all going to be seeing me acting on here, and this is not something that I tend to do. Now, I've never seen that before. Huh. Okay. Now, up there on the top that you see above my head, that's the lounge. I had a lot of dark void space available, and I decided to take my characters, and I just created that whole little lounge there. And as you've seen for these past 25 minutes, they were walking around. They were all walking around, and the idea is to add to the, I guess you could say, immersion or something. I wouldn't say immersion. It's probably not even the right thing to say. Oh, it looks like I completed this whole thing. Yeah, see, I got all the good stuff already. Huh. That hurt. But, yeah, see, I already got that stuff. Okay, this was a waste of time. But, yeah, the whole purpose of the lounge is to... Oh, good, here we go. The purpose of the lounge is to give a little life. I mean, you're looking at still characters here, and of course you're seeing me, but there's no movement or anything, and to help with Splatterbomb's lore, world lore, because this is legit canon, being I'm the creator and everything. Splatterbomb Lounge is part of the world of Splatterbomb. And this is the characters in a more casual setting. It's like a neutral territory kind of thing. And they're just hanging out and chilling and all that. You know, talking to each other, having parties. Sometimes so far I've made 5 of these motion images. This one is regular day, I believe. I got normal day, which is somewhat similar to this. I got busy day, where you'll see a whole lot of characters. Rivalry night, where you'll see rival teams hanging out exclusively. So there's going to be a variety, and there will be other characters that are going to be hanging out with Coqui-san, not just Handy Bradley. I already have SprayCon settled, so and so I just have to do his motion scene, the motion lounge with him in it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just have to add more characters, more characters, accordingly to the age appropriateness of the game. Because I definitely don't want, these characters here, in an M-rated game. It probably might be just Coqui-san solo if I do an M-rated game. He is the adult room. And I don't want to accidentally mislead people into... Sorry about that. That was a little gross there. I'll be careful with those gestures. But yeah, I want to try and keep this age appropriate. So if I do end up finding myself doing an M-rated game, like let's say Dark Souls or Mother Russia Bleeds, you're most likely not gonna see those characters like Bradley and Handy. You'll probably just see Coqui-san. He's an adult human. That's going to be the harsh thing, because you might not see these characters for certain games. I'm trying to. You're definitely not going to see Handy in T-rated games, but you'll probably see SprayCon in exchange. E10 and T-rated games is where you'll see these characters on the side, but not M-rated games. Those are the parameters that I'm setting for myself. I mean, you'll probably would have figured it out. But that's the way it's going. That I want to do it, because I don't. I want to make sure that everybody can get to enjoy this character and not get locked out because of some things. Some YouTubers and such. They get away with the cursing and whatnot, but because they're able to pull that off. But me, basically, given that I have characters like this. It would be very inappropriate to have foul language or any type of inappropriate conduct or behavior, especially from these characters themselves and the like. Gotta try and lean back a bit here. I'm leaning a little bit more in. Maybe if I do try something like this here with the mic. I think that's this is as far as the mic can stretch out. Okay, so we got past the 25-minute mark. It's 27 minutes. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with this video, because this is pretty much off the cuff. I guess one could say it's an orientation or something like that. I don't know, but either way, I guess we could say this is just a little introduction kind of thing, so you can understand what this show's going for. What the show's going for. Let me end this by heading over. Cloud Kingdom. Go to Cap Kingdom, Cascade. Yeah, we'll end this with some cool music or something. But yeah, this is pretty much going to be the show in a nutshell. There's probably going to be a lot more to the show. I don't know, but basically, it's all about having fun. Having fun with the characters, having fun with the gameplay, having fun watching the people in the lounge mingle with each other and hanging out. Just a side note, the lounge runs on a 25-minute loop, so you're gonna see it go back to normal after 25 minutes. But I put enough differences, like changes, in the motion in the motion lounge, to keep it fresh and interesting. I got but just so you're wondering how long this goes for, it's 25 minutes, and I'm expecting to run this show longer than 25 minutes, but at least with 25 minutes, it won't be boring staring at the same still image. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna have to sign off now. Thank you all for coming in on the introduction. Hope it interests you, and you come back for when the main show proper starts up. and get to enjoy the world of Splatterbomb. Have a good night and buenas noches.